as you know, Molly, there aren't a whole lot of female NFL agents. I don't have current numbers in front of me, but I have my phone out. This is from a few years ago. Uh, the Sports Business Journal said in 2019 that just 34 of 800 NFL PA certified agents were women. 34 out of 800. This is 2019, so just 4 years ago. And I know that number hasn't improved a whole lot as of now, at least just from what I've seen. So I'm curious, being a woman in this space, what has that experience been like for you?
This question is like tricky for me these days because it's hard because the numbers, yes, are really sad and they're not really moving, like you said. There's kind of a misconception that more progress is being made than there is because we do have people making large headlines, but it's still, a couple people versus it being more normal. But being an agent is hard, period. Getting clients is hard. Keeping clients happy is hard. Uh, Like being able to sustain in this business is hard for anybody. I don't care if you've been in this business 50 years, 5 years, if you're a man, you're a woman, it's hard. And so I don't want to sound like I'm minimizing anyone else's experience, but I don't really feel the weight of being a woman. I think that if you do the work and you are prepared and you conduct yourself with integrity and you do things the right way, that people are going to respect you. And that's been my experience. GMs, scouts, coaches, other male agents, for the most part, I've had nothing but positive experiences. And I don't feel this overwhelming sense of like, oh, they don't think that we belong here. I don't. I really have good relationships across the entire sport. And I think that if you get too caught up in being a woman, then you're going to overcompensate instead of just doing the work.
Mm,
And there is a time and place to overcompensate in the sense that you are probably going to have to work a little harder and prove yourself a little more to certain people, but it's like I said, it's hard for anybody. It's not uniquely hard for me, in my opinion. I think there are probably guys who have decided to not answer my texts or take a meeting with me or give me the time of day because I'm a woman. I don't know. No one's ever told me that up front.
mm,
But all I know is my boss, who's been doing this for 25 plus years, also gets ignored sometimes. He also doesn't get every meeting he asks for. And he's white, male, experienced. Like
yeah.
all the boxes are checked for him that are supposed to be checked. I know that my super successful female counterparts get left on red and ghosted. So it's like one of those things that I think the more time you spend trying to, like, if the more time you spend highlighting it, the more you're going to, I feel like, get caught up in it. And you just need to do the work. It's hard to get here, I'm not going to lie. Like, that's the one aspect that I don't really have a blueprint. And I'm sure you would agree in your line of the industry too. Like, no two people's entrance into sports is the same. And so
Yeah.
I can't tell you exactly how to get a job in sports, whether that's as an agent, a journalist, a coach. It's different for all of us how we ended up where we're at. And we all have different wild stories about how that happened. So, yes, getting here is hard. And like I said, there's probably been times that guys have just ignored me because I'm a woman. But there are a lot of guys who don't. And regardless of who I was, there was always going to be people that were for me or against me, no matter what I looked like. So I focus more on the work and the merit and just lean on that. And there are so many positives that I bring. Like I said, I'm here to be a different option. I think women are nurturing, they feel safe. I think women get stuff done. I think for a lot of men, the person they trust most in their life is a woman. So I think when it's presented to them, there are a lot of things that like make the light bulb go off and make sense of why a woman should be an agent. So I try to focus on all those positives of that than rather than make it out because like I said I really don't have a lot of stories of people not treating me well, and I'm thankful for that. And I think that the league deserves more credit for that because there are a lot of, stains on the league with when it comes to women, and I'm not like minimizing all that at all. But one area I will give a round of applause is my area because I get treated very well by everybody that I connect with across the board.